Welcome back, everybody. Today is going to be a short, quick lesson that I think you guys will enjoy because it's short and quick. It's going to be about area of squares and rectangles, something I think you've talked about. So in 8.3, we are going to be talking about finding the area of squares and rectangles and finding the area of those combined shapes put together. If you look here, this is supposed to be side, not square. Okay, so it says the area of a square. In words, the area is equal to the side squared, or the side times the side. In symbols, it's A equals S to the second power. Please pause now to write this down. Again, this is a basic idea of squaring. You're just taking your side and multiplying it by your side, and that gives you the overall area. Rectangles. I know you've seen rectangles as well. Area of a rectangle, the words area is equal to base times height. Multiply those together. You've probably also seen length times width. It's the same idea. Multiply those together and you come up with your area. Pause now if you need to finish writing this down. Alright, so looking here, find the area of the quadrilateral. What I want you to do is pause quick and finish these problems if you think you know how to do them. Alright, checking your answers. If you look at on the left side, that is going to be a square. How do we know it's a square? Well, we have all four sides congruent and we have 90-degree angles. Not to mention that shape looks like it was drawn absolutely perfect to a square. Alright, so area is equal to S squared, which you know is your side. When you multiply your side times your side, you're multiplying 11 meters to the second power. Remember, 11 times 11, you know that is going to be 121 meters squared. Don't forget that you're not only multiplying your 11 times 11, but you're also multiplying your meters times meters. And when you multiply those two together, guess what? You get meters squared. Okay. Looking on the right side, this is your rectangle. I know hopefully you've already figured out this problem. Plug in your equation of A equals B times H, base times height. When you plug in your numbers, you get 5.9 yards times 4.5 yards. Again, multiplying these two together, watch your decimals as you multiply them, and you come up with 26.55 yards squared. Okay, again, don't forget, whenever you're multiplying side times side, or you're getting the area of a square, or you're getting the area of a rectangle, and you're multiplying units times units, it is going to be units squared. Like I said, this is a short lesson, so this is going to be your very last slide here today. Finding the area of the polygon made up of rectangles. If you think you know how to do this or you can figure it out, please pause now, give it a shot. Alright, so now, getting this answer. If you look here, you will notice we have a couple of different rectangles. Actually, three, not a couple, three. 1, 2, and 3. If we break this up, you will notice it forms, again, 3 perfect rectangles. So in order for us to figure out what the area of this shape is, first figure out the area of these rectangles. And then from there you can add them up and you come up with your answer. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the area of this big rectangle. Notice this side right here is equal to 8 inches, okay, which means since that is a rectangle, this opposite side is also going to be, you got it, 8 inches, okay, which takes this overall side here on the right, this red piece is going to be 14 inches total. Well, if we take 8 inches on the bottom side and we have that total answer of 14 inches, we know that this short side is going to be 6 inches. Alright, so now we have our base of 16 inches. We have our height of 6 inches. Look at that. We can figure out our area. Again, area equals base times height. of this first one. Okay, so we have 16 times 6. Multiply those together and you come up with 96 inches squared. Don't forget to square your answer. Okay, so we just figured this one out. This is 96 inches squared. Losing my battery a little bit. Okay, the other thing I want you to notice, if you look on this side, because this side right here on the right is 6 inches, we know that this side on the left is 6 inches. So we can put 6 inches here. Using the information we already know of this left side total being 10 inches, if we subtract this 6 inches from this 10 inches, we can subtract that and get 4 inches and figure out the area of this small square, or sorry, small rectangle. Again, area equals base times height on this smaller one on the left. Okay, multiplying those together, you get 5 times 4, which is 20 inches squared. Very nice. So we're done with 2. Got one more to go. Okay, this last one. Looking up here, if you notice that this side right here is opposite of this 5 inches, so we know that this top side is 5 inches. Okay, we know that this entire length of this bottom side of that long rectangle is going to be 16 inches. Okay, so if this long side is 16 inches, we already know that this right here on the left side is 5 inches, that this middle part is 6 inches. We know that this last piece is going to be 5 inches. And how do we know that? We took 5 plus 6 equals 11. Subtract that from 16, which is your overall length of that side, and you get 5 inches. Again, go back to your formula of base times height. We have our base here. We have our height here. Okay, we have 5 inches times 8 inches. Okay, base is 8, height is 5, or vice versa. It looks like I might have gone back on that, but that's okay. You can intermix them. 40 inches squared. So the question now is, have we answered our question? No, we have not, because it says find the area of the polygon. This entire shape here, okay, we want to find that area of that blue shape. So in order for us to do that, we need to take our numbers of 96 inches squared plus 20 inches squared plus 40 inches squared. When we add those together, we come up with our answer. And when we add those together, you get your answer of, what is it going to be? Absolutely, is it 156 inches squared? Wonderful job. Okay, I know you guys figured that out. Looks like a lot of work, but it's just breaking these up into different pieces. All right, breaking this up into a big rectangle, small rectangle, small rectangle. Breaking it up into 3 pieces and putting those 3 pieces together to come up with your overall answer. Like I said today, guys, short lesson. That's all I have for you today. Great job. I will see you tomorrow.